Throughout the 2020s, Louisville has been viewed as one of the worst programs in all of college basketball. The fall off that they had between their very successful 2010s and beyond, and previous to that, was just completely shattered through horrible coaching, horrible decision making by the front office and the whole staff of Louisville. And now they have completely rebuilt their program under Pat Kelsey, and I believe that they could potentially be 2026 champions because of a few factors that have happened recently. And honestly, let's just get straight into it. So, first off, the first reason why I believe that they could potentially be champions next year is because they had just great success last season. They were the 18 in March Madness. They finished the season 27 and 8, 18 and 2 in their conference. It was the first season under Pat Kelsey, made it to the ACC conference finals, and we all know that they ended up losing to Creighton in the first round. Still a very, very successful season. I didn't know if they were going to be able to just completely come back this quickly, but Pat Kelsey is just completely turned around the team. I know it was a completely new roster coming into the season, and just that kind of turnaround you don't expect to lead to anything, but they definitely were very successful, I would say. And this next season, they are going to be even more successful. They have a very, very loaded transfer class. Ryan Conwell from Xavier for 16.5 points per game last season. They brought in sharpshooter Isaac McNeely, 14.4 points per game, going into, I believe, his junior or senior year. Him developing under Tony Bennett for the first couple of years definitely helped. And then now Adrian Woolley also committed, a freshman from Kennesaw State, average 18.8 points per game. They're just going to be loaded with guard talent. And this is not even accounting for the 5-star commit that they have, Mikael Brown Jr., the 8th ranked high school prospect in the class, the second best point guard in the class of 2025. He is a McDonald's All-American. He signed with Louisville in January, was a FIBA U18 gold medalist, and he even played in overtime elite. I know that doesn't account for a whole lot, but it is still very, very cool. And it shows that he can play against high-level talent. He has been holding his own against high-level talent. Mikael Brown Jr. is just a dominant point guard prospect. He has everything that you'd want a point guard to have at the high school level. He has the ball handling, he has the court vision, the scoring versatility. He shows these beautiful flashes of just being an elite level playmaker alongside just a 3-level scorer, can get his way to the rim. He has everything that you'd want. Defensively, he applies relentless pressure on ball handlers. He forces turnovers, initiating fast break opportunities. His lateral quickness and anticipation contribute to his effectiveness on the defensive end. The only thing that you could really say about him is obviously the frame isn't perfect, but as a player gets older and more adept to the college and especially pro level, he's gonna build a better frame. For that to be his main area for him to develop, that's perfect. It's all you could want. So Mikael Brown Jr. definitely has a bright future with Louisville and is gonna hopefully lead Louisville next season and be able to keep growing and succeeding. And I believe that he's probably going to be in the 2026 NBA draft. So to pair with all of this new talent coming in, they also are going to be bringing in a couple of red shirts from last season, Kobe Rogers being one of them from Charleston, Pat Kelsey's old team. So if they can fit him into the system, which he played for Charleston before, he played under the system, so he'll be able to fit right in. And then there are returning Javon Hadley and Kashawn Pryor. Javon Hadley had a great season, was a great third option on the team. Now he can maybe get a little step up alongside the new transfers coming in. And then Kashawn Pryor was dominant as a big man, and it was just unfortunate to see him get injured early on. If he was healthy, man, they could have potentially competed with Duke in the ACC a little better. They could have made it a more interesting conference. And they definitely could have potentially went further in March Madness. So having him back next season will be a great help for sure. But yeah, so far that is it for Louisville. I just believe that this team is destined for something. They have been doing way too good in this transfer portal. They so far they are my early winner of the transfer portal. I would say between the first 2 weeks they've done the best for sure. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching as always. Thank you for the support. If you could just drop a like, drop a subscribe, very much appreciated. Not necessary, just appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video.